GCSE Computer Science video with me, Mr Goff, for mrgoff.com. Today's video will focus on network topologies. A network topology refers to the physical and logical layout of a computer network. There are two types of network for you to be familiar with: star networks and bus networks. A star network will consist of some terminals, which are computers connected to the network, connected to a central hub or switch, which will also have connected to it a file server and possibly some peripheral devices like printers. One of the advantages of star networks is that it makes it easy to identify where a fault in the system is, because if one cable breaks, only that device will be affected. Because all devices on a star network have their own cable, and the central device handles requests to shared objects like the file server, there are very few data collisions on a star network. This means they have a strong, consistent performance, even under heavy use with a number of devices on at the same time. Most star networks will have a switch at the center. This is because a switch remembers which computers and devices it communicated with and only sends information to the device that needs it. A hub, on the other hand, sends the information to all devices connected to the network. If you have a hub at the center of a star network, you actually have what's called a physical star but logical bus network. The need for a lot of switches, servers, and network cabling can mean that star networks are very costly. If the server goes down, then nobody is able to access their files because everyone's files are stored on the central file server. If the switch were to fail, then the entire network would be down. A bus network, on the other hand, has a series of nodes and other devices connected to a single main cable. It will still have the same sort of devices: several terminals, a file server, and possibly some peripheral devices like printers. A bus network requires less cabling and is easier to install than a star network. There's no central node to rely on with a bus network, and because it uses less cabling and doesn't require a central node, it's cheaper. In a bus network, if the main cable fails, then the entire network fails. This can make it harder to locate and repair cable failures. On a bus network, data travels up and down the main cable, reflecting back at each of the terminators, and is taken out by whichever device requires it. This means as more devices try to share the same cable, performance slows because there are more data collisions. A bus network is less secure than a star network because all devices can see all messages that are placed on the main cable. That brings us to the end of this video covering the network topologies that are covered in this course. Join me again for another video soon where I'll be looking at network protocols. In the meantime, use the resources at mrgoff.com to help revise computer science, and until next time, it's bye for now.